الصلاة كده
لا لا ما توصلوش ببعض بيبقى طويل
والله.
حسب الدرس.
الله.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه بعد. After this recession, we continue with the rules of the prayers, and we're still talking about the invalidators of as-salah. Things that we do might make our prayers invalid. مبطلات الصلاة. We talked about the first one, al-kalam, speaking, and after that we talked about crying, ta'awuh, tanaḥnuḥ, clearing your throat, and tonight inshallah we'll talk about laughing. In Arabic we have different words for laughing. We have ضحك, we have tabassum.
Tabassum we also have
In Urdu, yes,
but
you have
just smiling.
Just
not
smiling.
Just smiling.
Yes.
Tabassum, yes.
It's type of laughing. And we have qahqaha. Qahqaha. And these three terms. Qahqaha is the highest one. When you smile, show your teeth, and you are making sound, and people can hear this sound, those who are close to you and those who are a little bit far away from you. But when people can hear your sound, the happiness sound that you are creating and you are making, we call it in Arabic qahqah. And we use word qahqah because sometimes we make it like this. The derived the name from the act itself. So we call it qahqah. Then we have another level which is lower than this. You make also a laughing. For the first one in English, you call it horse laughing. Horse laughing. When you make a sound, because always horses, they are making sound. Even if when they are drinking, they make sound. And second, you do laugh, but people around you, they don't hear you, but you hear yourself. You hear yourself. Then we call this in Arabic ضحك. We call it ضحك. And the translation in English, just laughing. Then the third type, when just you show your teeth, you open your lips, you show your teeth as a sign of happiness and satisfaction. Then we call it tabassum. There is no sound. Sometimes we do this in the prayers for different reasons. You remember something good. Alhamdulillah, now we should not discuss this matter because America is nothing but about depression. But I don't think there is anyone who could laugh in the prayers. But anyway, theoretically, you might go through the three of them. Because even at the time of the Sahaba, there was a blind man coming and he fell in a hole on the ground, and because of the action, the Sahaba started laughing. It happened even at the time of the companions that they do laugh. Maybe someone will make an action, show you something, you hear something from the background, make you laugh. Then what is the Islamic ruling about this? But let's say what is agreed upon. What is agreed upon between most of the scholars, that if you did smile and you did not create any sound, either you heard it yourself or someone else next to you heard it, then your prayer is still valid. Why? Because the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam in his prayer did tabassum. The hadith that he made a tabassum and they asked him, we saw you smiling in the prayer, he said, Mikael passed by me while I was making a prayer. He laughed to me. Then as a greeting. Sometimes you know that when we look at each other, we smile as a way of greeting, not as a way of anything or reaction for someone. No, someone is smiling to you, you smile back, right? And even actually we consider it as a way of niceness. Yeah, something that if someone is smiling to you and you are not smiling to him, it's not something good. Smile back. You see, smile back here. فالنبي عليه الصلاة والسلام was smiling back to Mikael, the angel. Smiling back to Mikael, but this did not affect his prayers. Then what is agreed upon between scholars, that smiling for a reason, or without a reason, for a reason that you remember something that you need to smile, or just some people, they are smiley faces, right? Some people, they are I like smiley faces. Like the people who are smiling all the time. It's something good. Do it in the prayer. We should not just make a hard face while we are making prayer. This is not part of the then after that, what is over smiling? Laughing or the horse laughing? The vast majority of scholars, Malik, Sada al-Ahnaf, our school of practice, and Malikiya and Hanabila, they said, is laughing, the horse laughing, in the prayers will make the prayer invalid. Period. If you laughed to the extent that you made a sound, people heard that next to you, regardless of the cause, if you did it from your own or because of someone else, if you did it intentionally or you did it unintentionally, you meant to laugh or you did not mean to laugh, regardless of the cause, this will make your prayers invalid. Your prayers will be invalid. Shafi'iyya, they said it will be invalid in one case. Horse laughing. If you created two sounds, two Arabic sounds, qa and ha, for example, ha and ha, like this. This is ha and ha. Interpretation for the sounds will be, you can write it down. Now in WhatsApp, right, when we sometimes people they make comments, huh? Either in English or Arabic, this is letters, right? For something like this, you say something in WhatsApp and people, they would like to react and tell you that they are laughing for what you said, H and H and H, right? For this, several H's, or Arabic, this is letters. Once you made a letters like you are speaking, what's the difference between saying and saying Assalamu alaikum? Or saying how are you? How are you? It will make your prayers invalid. And same thing, creating letters don't belong to the prayer. They are not part of the prayer, also will make your prayers invalid. But the Shafi'i, they said, if he laughed, but we hear a sound, but we don't recognize it as a letter, then prayer is still valid, because he did not say anything. He acted, but he did not say anything strange. However, the Imams, they said the act itself does not belong to the prayer. If someone saw you doing this, laughing, even if you are not making a sound, they will not say he's in a prayer. They would say he's not a prayer, because there is an ethics in the prayer. Laughing, horse laughing with the sound, creating sounds will make a... Ahnaf, they said, even if the sound is not heard by the others, but it's heard by you. So sometimes you could control yourself, not to be heard by the others, but you know that you are laughing. This is not smiling. They said also this will make your prayers invalid. The conclusion is smiling will not invalidate the prayer. Qahqaha, according to the vast majority, if you did qahqaha and you created sounds, then it will make the prayer invalid according to all of the school of practice. If it did not make a new sounds, then according to Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali, it will make your prayers invalid, and Shafi'i, they said it's still okay. However, also our school of practice in Hanafi, they said laughing or horse laughing, anything could be heard by you or by the others will make your prayers invalid. I would like to add to this that is laughing itself, qahqaha, is it going to affect our wudu? According to the vast majority of scholars, Maliki and Hanbali and Shafi'i, should not affect the wudu, because invalidators of wudu, anything comes out of the body, like wind, like stool, like blood. For those who are saying blood, streaming blood, not just spot, streaming. Hanafi, we say blood will invalid if it's streaming. Blood from the nose, Hanafi and Maliki, for example. Throw up, this will make your wudu is invalid if you meant to do it. But the vast majority said laughing it's something is not like a blood. It's nothing coming out. However, and this is the opinion of the vast majority. Hanafi, they said no. They said laughing to the extent that people around you hear you, will also invalidate your wudu. But not as a hadath, because we have hadath. No, it's as a punishment. And this what is not being understood by the others. Said laughing, ahnaf, they are very tough in wudu, yes. But this is as a punishment. Because if you did laugh outside of the prayer and you are in the state of wudu, will not say your wudu is invalid. You did something, you are allowed to do it. Are we allowed to laugh? Yes. This will not affect your wudu. But you are in the prayer and you are standing in front of Allah and you are laughing, then this will make your prayer invalid and you need a punishment also. But he said, invalidity of the prayer, this is the rule, and the punishment is to repeat your wudu. Next time when you repeat your wudu, once and twice you say, I will not do it. It's coming as a punishment, is not as a hadath. It's not like a wind. It's not like so. It's coming as a punishment. We use hadith. It's mursal, and I explain what does mursal mean before. Mursal means the chain of the hadith stopped by a tabi'i, a follower, and he sent the hadith directly to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam without naming the companion. Without naming the companion. He said a follower, like Abu al-Aliyah, for example, in our case, he's a follower. A'mash, he's a follower. Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib is a follower. Hassan al-Basri is a follower. Muhammad ibn Sirin is a follower. Many others. They don't say, we reported from such and such. They said, the Prophet, Ibrahim al-Nafi' is a follower. They said Ibrahim al-Nafi', for example, they said al-azan qatta, or jazm, wat-takbiru jazm, wat-salam jazm in the prayer, in jazm. This is a statement, it can't come from his own. He heard it as a statement of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, but he did not mention the reporter. In this case, we say it mursal, if it's coming from this stage. Abu al-Aliyah said this hadith, that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam was sitting in the masjid, and some companions, they were praying, and they saw a blind person coming and he fell. Then they started laughing, and Nabi after the prayer told them, repeat your prayer and repeat your wudu. Repeat your prayer and repeat your wudu. Repeat your prayers is understood because they did an act against the ethics of the prayer. And repeat your wudu as a punishment because also you did it in the prayer. You did it in the prayer, then we will punish you. Do we need to make a wudu if we did laugh outside of the prayer? No. You are allowed to laugh, you are allowed to smile, you are allowed, Do you need to make a wudu if you laugh in the prayer? According to Hanafi school of practice, you do wudu and you do it as a punishment. And the morsal of Abu al-Aliyah is enough to justify this. And if you are following Maliki or Shafi or Hanbali, you are not obligated to do this. This is one of the invalidators of the prayer, which is laughing, and we made a distinction between the three terms in Arabic: tabassum, ضحك, and qahqah. Is it understood? Inshallah, next week we'll continue with this. With this topic, we'll talk about more invalidators. Then we'll talk about some other things might make our prayers invalid.
If it's the next lesson, do we also talk about crying loudly can also affect your...
We did this.
We've done that.
Yeah, we have done this. And we talked about crying also. Just for your information, those who are not there, we said there is a difference between aneen and ta'awwuh and bukaa. And there is different types of expressing sad feelings. They are not one level. Aneen is something inside. You feel sad or emotion, but you don't reflect this in a sounds at all. And there's nothing wrong with it. Then, ta'awwuh, you start reflecting this in just hams and ha. And sometimes you do it as a response to the sad feeling. Sometimes you do it because of you have a pain. You have a pain. Something bit in your... and you have the crying. The loud crying. And we said it's undesirable to do crying unless you are overwhelmed. And when you do crying and you start creating sounds, according to some of the scholars, this will invalidate also your prayers. If you are crying without creating sounds, like people, when they listen to you, they think that you are talking, then your prayer, it's undesirable anyway. But if you are creating sounds, some of the scholars, they said, also will invalidate your prayers. But if you are crying without making sounds, then your prayer is okay. Okay? Is it clear?
So crying loudly is also a punishment. You have to make your wudu also?
No.
There's no wudu.
If there is no wudu from this. Say that and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive all of our sins.
Crying and weeping, like weeping videos, slow crying, weeping.